It's always the case that new government policies, whether it's the innovation of Social Security or Medicaid or any number of policies that are enormously popular, there were people who died or went into retirement or suffered a year or 2 or 6 months before the policy that don't get the advantage of that. And nowhere are we asking why so many people in my generation have forgone buying mortgages, having kids, all these traditional milestones, in part because of their student loan balance. At no point are we saying, well, we shouldn't pay into supporting public schools. We shouldn't pay into the tax base. We shouldn't pay into support of military intervention.
I said all those things. I said all those things just this morning.
Well, I don't. So the left, is my point, is being very ideologically consistent. And there's a real kind of, I think, anti-patriotic approach to policy that I don't expect, especially from so many liberals who say they support these kinds of things. And the last point I would just make about this is I would love it to be retroactive. I would love for all kinds of things to happen. But the reason we're talking about this specific policy is not because anyone believes it's the perfect policy for the moment. It's because Biden and the conservative Democrats have made it clear that we're not passing anything when it comes to child tax relief and any other stuff that is higher on the agenda because we can't get the Senate on board. This is something Biden can do with his executive authority. This is what's on the table, so he should do it.
Much of the price is administrative bloat. You could fire everyone who works in the student life diversity sustainability office. In fact, you'd have a better experience if you got rid of those people because their only job is to turn young people into militant, woke, cancel culture. Well, I mean, these are not, this is, the cancel culture problem does not have a lot of policy solutions. And in fact, I'm against most of the, the sort of rake Disney over the coals approach. But to the extent it is being fostered by bad administrators who cost a fortune in the university system, yes, we can actually get rid of them. They work for a public institution. The taxpayers deserve scrutiny over how it is run. How it is run is bad. And it's just, I mean, we agree. It is a scam. Yes, they're selling a scam.
It is a scam, but I also don't want to lose focus of the fact that as a huge percentage, and again, I actually did today's episode of Bad Faith Podcast on this with an expert, a consumer debt expert, who went to community college himself and then transferred ultimately into Yale Law School, that a huge percentage of people with student debt are people who are going to community colleges, are people who went to exploitative for-profit universities, are people who got vocational degrees, which everyone acts like don't cost money when they cost a great deal. And those are the people we should be thinking about when we're considering whether or not people should have access to education.